Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Community Connections with Ryan Sauers. Super excited. I'm my friend and colleague, Caroline Tucker, owner of the Vecoma at the Yellow River. Caroline, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me on, Ryan. I'm excited to do this.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I finally, my producers will be happy, told someone to wear a headset. And so Caroline's sound is going to be amazing. So if you want to know her secret,
Let's hope so.
yeah. But Caroline, we got an audience. I was telling you before we went on air, locally
Mhm.
and all over the place. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about you and your family business? This is a great story, just an overview, and then we can go into deeper things.
Okay, sure, great. My business is Vecoma at the Yellow River. We are a wedding and special event venue, and we've been in business 25 years. We're actually about to celebrate our 25th year in business. And we've been hosting weddings and events, and it's just been really wonderful. And the way the business started, I think, is interesting. The land has been in our family since the 1920s. My great grandparents purchased the land, and we wanted to keep. And my mom had family reunions and stuff at Vacoma, and we wanted to keep the land in the family and also allow other families to have celebrations. And so it was my mom's idea to start the family business. And it's just been really great. My great grandparents are actually from Tucker, and I have a lot of ancestors buried in a cemetery in Tucker. And so just having this as part of the family has been really special. And to be able to share in other people's celebrations at Vacoma has just been wonderful.
Well, I will just tell you firsthand, as a person that's known you a long time and been to your event
Mm.
many times, facility many times, it's fantastic. That is one of the coolest
Thank you.
places. And when you came on my radio show, I don't know, maybe 9, 10 months ago, whatever it was, we were talking. We talk always about weddings and stuff, but you guys do a lot of
Mhm.
events, a lot of things that corporate retreats, those kind of things, right?
We do. We do corporate retreats. It's a really great spot for corporate retreats. We kind of have like some survivor parties out there, and kind of company survivor trainings. That was really neat. We also have we also host celebration of life, and we do rehearsal dinners. We've done launch parties for companies, book signings, and some church events.
Yeah, I think that thing's beautiful, and we'll get to it later when they look you up. But it's you got the land, you got a beautiful facility, you're
Hmm.
flexible with the weather. I mean, I've seen
Hmm.
even my own family crazy things where you can pivot on a dime, and so that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing that's so great about Vacoma is you get this beautiful, secluded location in a forest on the water, and you kind of feel like you're at a destination event, a destination wedding. You feel like you're secluded, you're away from the city, but it's very easy to get to. We are right off Highway 78, um, only about 30 minutes from the city, 20 minutes from Decatur. So it's a very, very convenient location.
Very convenient, and you're right. I mean, if you didn't know better, you think you're deep in the mountains of the woods of scenic, and you drive a couple of miles
Right.
back out, and you're back. So it's perfect, best of both worlds.
Yeah. And so that's what I like to tell brides. You can kind of get the feeling of being in the North Georgia mountains without your guest having to drive and having to get a hotel room if they don't
Exactly.
want to.
No, I 100%. That's what I love about it. It's awesome. So, all
Mhm.
right. Well, obviously every person in America and the world been thrown a curveball back in March. We saw
Mhm.
COVID, and I'm sure with events and weddings, you guys had to kind of pivot how you did some stuff, and I know you're
Yeah.
very innovative, and you and your mother are very innovative and encouraging people. But
Mhm.
tell us about that time and kind of what you've been doing, and then what you're doing now.
Mhm. Well, uh, one thing, we've been through September 11th. We've been through the economic crisis of 2008. And so this was definitely a different time as businesses had to close down. And, we had to work with a lot of couples and families that had events planned. And I have to tell you, all the couples, all the families have really been great. And my heart goes out to them because I know it was a very difficult time for all the couples and families that have been planning this big day for a long time. But we worked with all our couples to find a future date that would work for them. And it's just really been great. I can't tell you how thankful I am that all the couples have been understanding, and I feel like we've worked well with them just to move their day. The good news is now, Georgia got some heat for opening early, but so far it seems like it's been a good move. And we are starting to have some more events now, smaller events, obviously following all the government guidelines. But it does seem like we're going to be able to move forward with everything going forward. Some events may be a little smaller, but we're looking forward to everything opening back up and trying to adjust to the new normal.
Yeah, I tell you what, that word, somebody was talking about phrases we've heard during this time, and myself included. I hear that every day. I say it every day, new normal, right? New normal.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
but you're I want to give you kudos. I mean, dealing with people, especially with their wedding, one of the biggest days of their life, and having
Yeah.
to, work with them and all these plans they've made. And I couldn't think of someone better in the world than you guys to help people through that time. And it's
Mm-hmm.
awesome that so many of the couples you were able to, help them through it so they can see, still going to get married. This is all going to happen. This too shall
Yes.
pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I know that's just a tremendous leadership quality to be able to make people. And I mean, I know everybody understood
Mm-hmm.
mentally what was going on, but still, you had your dreams on a date.
I know. And I know it was so hard on those couples. And some of them, the couples in March and April and May, it really affected them the most. And some of them have pushed their weddings to July and August and September, October. A few of them wanted to push it a year out. And we've just tried to really work with everybody that was directly affected. The person I just felt the worst for is, I guess, the president shut the country down on a Sunday, and we had a couple ready to get married on that Friday. And they've been great, but I really know it had to be the hardest for them.
Caroline, speaking of that, and I was looking, and this is before the whole COVID thing, but you guys have a lot of flexibility. What I think is cool for as
Mhm.
my kids are getting older and be seeing you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
seeing. Yeah. My wife and I were talking about the other day. The one is at Georgia Tech is madly in love halfway through college. So, yeah, I'll be talking in a few years here. But
Good.
but
Good.
but but you guys also offer a lot of flexibility on dates. Like in other words, we do it's not a Saturday, but it's a Friday night or a weekday.
Mhm.
That is possibly helpful to people, or a Sunday or whatever, that a lot of places either don't do or I didn't know they did. Is that right?
We do. We do. Obviously, Saturday is the most popular day for weddings and events, but we give an incredible discount for weddings on Fridays, on Sundays, and during the week. We give a great discount for weekday events, and you'd be surprised how many weddings actually take place during the week. And I think now, with everything that's happened, people may be looking for more smaller, intimate events, and you can save a lot of money doing a weekday event. And actually, I got married on a Wednesday.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah, I got married on 12/12/12.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
Dates are very, uh, couples love to have unique wedding days. And this year, we've got 10/10/20. That's the big day this year. And next year, it's going to be April 3rd, 2021, which is 4/3/2/1.
Ah,
So
very.
that's going to be the big wedding day next year.
That is cool. Well, you know what I might do with $3? I might like see, what the 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. price on a Wednesday night. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, but y'all do it 100%, and that's where we're gonna come because
Uh-huh.
I absolutely. I'm not ready. We're not ready for that yet. They're still young, but they. It's a
Yeah, let her
beautiful.
graduate college first.
No. It's funny though. I know this one. She's got a plan, and hopefully they'll push that out 3 or 4 years. But yeah, you have a
Mhm.
beautiful place. Well, tell us, what do you love most, Caroline, in your job? I know you do so many things and wear so many hats,
Mhm.
but what's your
Mhm.
favorite thing about what you get to do each day?
Mhm. That's a great question. I think the favorite thing that I get to do is we have a very diverse group of customers. And so I get to experience different customs, different traditions, different religions, different nationalities, and just how they all celebrate. And so, and not only the celebrations, but the clothing that they wear. It's really wonderful. We actually have an Indian event this Saturday, and I can't wait to see the saris that they wear and the decor that they set up and all those traditions. And we also recently had an Orthodox Jewish wedding, and that was just so wonderful too, to see all those traditions. We've had Korean weddings, Croatian, Cambodian, Jamaican. It's just, I really, I really love meeting all the people and getting to see the traditions and the cultures and the gowns. Really, I love that too. And everyone's always in a good mood because they're celebrating, they're with family and friends. It's a happy time. And I really enjoy being a part of that.
Well, it's kind of like a Disney World opening back up. The wedding and event
Hmm.
business. People miss people, and
They really do.
I mean, we're doing this interview through Zoom, but it's not the same as
Hmm.
you and I, sitting there together.
Hmm.
It's a close second, I guess, if you, over the phone, but it's not the same, and
It's not. It's not.
and so during this time, I've been asking people, myself included, about reflection about, man, I just miss people. I miss some of the things
Hmm.
I took for granted. How about you guys? Same thing?
Hmm. It has been the same thing. And, for a while, we were doing virtual tours where I would walk around with the iPhone and kind of do a Zoom FaceTime tour. And it's hard to get the connection with the person and for them to get the full feeling of the venue uh, when they're not there in person. Um, and I know people really want their family and friends there when they celebrate. Some of the events we've had, they have, I think, conferenced people in via Zoom just so they can be a part of it. But it's just not the same. And even when I give tours and do meetings now, I have a mask on and we social distance. And you used to shake somebody's hand when they came in or
I know.
gave them a hug at the end of an event. And, probably won't be doing that for a while.
Yeah, and like you said, every business owner we talk to, we follow all the guidelines, are going above and beyond. But it's just, it is weird. I mean, when I see somebody, I'm standing 6 feet apart or following the guidelines, and if you are around somebody who's been around you, a lot of family member, I'm sitting there going, do I shake the gentleman I was speaking,
Hmm.
this my daughter's boyfriend, he's been around us a ton, so it was like,
Yeah.
you shake his hand, you give him a fist bump, you elbow bump. It's just awkward. It's just
Yeah,
humans
I've
are
been
not
doing the elbow.
elbow bump. Yeah, humans are just not really created that way. I think personally, I think these tools are great. They may give you an option in the future for somebody who's out of town that says, hey, we can't get to Atlanta, can we get a first look at something? But
Hmm.
ultimately we all want, just like even with the magazines, I have a lot of people have come on board, which I feel very blessed, because they see what we're trying to do in the community even more than ever.
Hmm.
But they say, hey man, this has been great over the phone, but we can't wait till we can meet you in person. And I'm like, me too.
I know.
It's been crazy. And you think through all that. But before I forget, let me, for
Hmm.
all of our audience, Caroline, what is the best way, phone number, email, website, to
Hmm.
reach you guys?
Yes. So hold on, let me get this off my phone.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
very good.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
See, that's
Um,
attention to detail, folks. See, that's how attention to detail Caroline is. It's a very good thing. Okay.
okay, thanks. So um, uh, we are Vecoma at the Yellow River, a wedding and special event venue, and you can reach us. Our website is vecoma1.com. We also have a great Facebook page where we put photos of almost all of our events. So you can search a lot of photos there. We have a blog on our website. Um, you can also find us on Pinterest. You can get a lot of great wedding ideas and look at different wedding photos, different colors, styles on our Pinterest board, on our blog, Facebook, Instagram, of course. So our phone number is 770-972-6540. And we're on Facebook and Instagram at Vecoma Weddings, and that's Vecoma. And I'll just kind of tell you real quick how we came up with the name Vecoma. It is a family business, and my great grandparents were Venie and Cotton Mather. And when they had their little cabin at Vecoma, they used the first two letters of their names to name Vecoma. So it was Vecoma. And that's how the name Vecoma came about. And so we wanted to incorporate them since they were the original founders.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember you telling me
Hmm.
that, but I forgot how it came together. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
25 years this year. We're gonna do something
Yeah.
big for you guys. So that's a
Yes.
mammoth accomplishment, and I know you guys pour your heart and soul into everything you do. So I applaud you
We
for that.
do. We do. And we love being a part of Gwinnett and the Gwinnett community. And we just love being a part of all the celebrations. And we encourage anybody who'd like to come by and just take a tour to come by. We're there pretty much every day, 11 to 5. And we do have Saturday and Sunday appointments available if anybody wanted to schedule a tour.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to share with our audience before I close this down, Caroline?
Uh-huh. Well, my mother's favorite movie is The Jewel of the Nile. It's an older movie, and the popular song in that movie is "When the going gets tough, the tough get going," and it's that's kind of been our motto during this COVID crisis. And we see a lot of resilience with our couples and with the community. And I just feel like we're going to all get through this, and we're going to be better for it. And it's just going to, we're going to survive. So thanks so much for letting me be a part of this. And we really hope people will come out to Vecoma and have those celebrations again, because we need them. We need happy times.
Amen. Amen. Well,
Mm-hmm.
as I said before, I've been listening to Caroline Tucker, owners of Vecoma at the Yellow River. It's
Mm-hmm.
Vecoma, the number one, at,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So Vecoma.
Vecoma1.com.
.com. I want to make sure we say that, but I strongly give you my highest endorsement to go call them, see them. You will not be disappointed, and I'm super glad. Caroline, thanks for taking time to come on the
Thank you
Community
so
Connection Show.
much.
All right,
All right.
I'm gonna
Thanks so
close this
much,
down.
Ryan.
All right, folks, you've been listening to another Community Connections. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.